Hello, Internet's Sir Mutton Chops here. Welcome back to Project 1999's emulated server. And, well, this time we're in South Row, and I have concerned myself with getting some J-boots, some little gnome boots from that boot shredder guy in Wrath Mountains. And, well, yeah, it should be mentioned that I did not do this quest in the original days, way back when. So this was all kind of new to me, but, well, I did some reading up, boned up on some reading, and, I got some knowledge dropped on me by players, and yeah, kind of had to finagle my way to get to get a camp here and there. As you can see, with well, I can never pronounce this guy's name. I bump into him, or should I say her? I don't know, because it is a female XR. But I bump into the person regardless, every which way, because we were about the same level monk. So yeah, killed the same Freeport guards and what have you. But yeah, went ahead and took the camp. Person was AFK, apparently fell asleep at the helm. These things happen. Can't do that. Although I've almost had that happen to me on more than one occasion, and it's understandable. That is for sure. But got no response, so went ahead and just took over the camp and looked out. There's the ancient Cyclops. Now, obviously, this was not just one go. I think I was here for a couple day cycles, and then a miracle happened. Do you believe in miracles, you sexy thing? And you'll notice in my hotkeys I don't have sneak up. Sneak is very necessary for feign death because it minimizes aggro, and I probably would have had a much easier time pulling the ancient Cyclops away from this sand giant here had I used sneak. So, well, it's a newbie mistake, and one that I will live to regret, or maybe won't. We'll find out. I don't want to give anything away, but regardless of that, it's not looking too pretty. It really isn't. Got a hammer there. You got some fire, some lava. I don't know what that is. I don't know if you can actually get burned by that, because I know in Lava Storm you can fall into lava and it can do you some damage. I guess I should fiddle around with that with my gnome, but haven't played him for a while, so maybe I'll take a gander over in this little area, turn in some greater light stones, and try to burn myself. And I'm still getting aggro from the sand giant there. Thankfully, my feign death is not failing me. I've had some recent issues with feign death. Oh my god, I'm not even gonna go into it, but sometimes feign death can be just an absolute bitch. A biatch, however you want to pronounce it. But I finally got rid of aggro there. That's nice. And I'm gonna go try to snag this AC. And I'm like a devil with slash and slash time. I mean, especially at this camp. Oh, there's a corpse there. I didn't realize the person died earlier. the same monk. That's interesting. Anyway, yeah, I'm a fiend when it comes to checking how many people are in the zone, and I'm very, I don't know, very focused on my camp. But I really didn't have to worry too much about the other sand giant there, the named one, because he's in different gun and drops some kind of Kaliji plans, or no, I think that's for another quest. I can't remember the name of the plans, but they're plans for some paladin quest in Freeport. So. Yeah, I don't need those, and it's nice that the sand giant, the named sand giant, doesn't aggro you. But at the time, I don't think I knew that. I don't know. One of those deals. I guess I was prejudicing against the sand giant there. I was assuming that all sand giants were KOS. I don't know. I certainly kill them on sight, but whether or not they kill me on sight remains to be seen. And I am having a hard time here. Again, newbie mistake. I need to be using intimidation, and even though it's not very reliable at this level, it wouldn't have killed me. It really wouldn't have. Probably would have done me some good to go ahead and just, use that. Try to attempt to use it instead of fleeing like a coward. And I'm not sewed. I don't have the J boots, obviously, so I can't get away. It's kind of a futile attempt to do so. I'm basically luring him around, trying to keep him away from the main area in case anyone runs through the zone and checks to see if the AC's up. And I'm doing so very poorly. I did not pick my directions very well. It's very random, as much of my behavior in game is, and in real life, but that's a whole other story. And again, feign death is doing me good. It's doing me real good. It's being kind today, but well, all good things must come to an end, I think. Certainly in future episodes, you'll notice Feign Death is just absolutely ridiculously unreliable. It almost seems like I had better luck with it in mid 30s than I did in the 40s. Maybe just I don't know, placebo effect. I'm just ragging on it. I had bad certain instances that stick out in my memory more. I don't know, but that's my biased opinion, and I'm sticking by it. I'm standing by it. Um, and I'm low on stamina, so it's not looking too good. And I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't know what I'm doing. It's like I'm just not getting it. I should just stay down, but especially with this shaman that just zoned in. Now I've gotten some soap pots off this guy a couple times, so I wasn't really too worried. But still, the temptation to get the ancient cyclops. I mean, it's just there. Even if you don't need them, you can MQ them and sell the multi quest and get an easy 5K. And it's just this is embarrassing. And of course, Feign Death fails. When I needed it the most. Yes. These things happen. Obviously, you can't get everything your way. But well, I've been slain by an ancient cyclops. And I really was like, I was cursing under my breath. I was just so livid and angry because this is so me. This is absolutely what I do. But I couldn't like exasperately, you know, lament. I couldn't curse out loud because it was like 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning, and well, I have neighbors. They already think I'm crazy because I talk to myself during the day and sometimes at night, and I didn't want to be too loud and wake them. But yeah, I just bumped into this guy just as I zoned in and had memories. Oh yes, the guy who kill stealed me. Yes. Oh hi, how are you today? Oh yes, your name is ironic, sort of. I don't know. You certainly are a boner. Um, I don't know. Sometimes I am too, but yeah, it was kind of weird zoning in at a worst possible moment and then seeing this guy. It's like, oh, you again. Ah, yeah. Bad days. They just get worse. They're compacted by memories of other frustrating moments. But I guess that's all part of the charm of Everquest. And here I am with 90 platinum, throwing it away to a port. This guy's in our guild, but I was just so happy that people were um, networking so well to save my arse. And I don't know, I'm pretty generous. Sometimes probably too much, but I don't know. It was a really bad moment, and had I not been gilded, had I not had the connections I had, I would have had to leg it, try to get back to South Row before anyone else noticed that the AC was up, and I would have lost it easily. That's just a given. I would not have gotten my J boots, and I would have been very angry and probably would have rage quit. In fact, I was very tempted to rage quit here, but these people were like, "No, no, no, it's all good, man. It's all cheese and I don't know, cheese and wine. It's all punch. It's all cake." And they got it all together, and I'm naming all different kinds of food groups, and I don't know why. But maybe it's because I'm hungry. That might be it. But well, I'll finish this video and then I'll go eat something. That's what I'll do. But nevertheless, I got ported here. This guy's gonna sew me. He's gonna buff me, and I'm gonna run over while Tolls is kiting the AC. Now, Tolsimer is a ranger that I've kind of duoed with here and there. He was in Maelstrom early on, so it seemed pretty evident to go ahead and group with people my level, and he did out-level me quite a bit, but stayed within range, decent enough range to get some experience. And he also straightened me out as far as my weapon configuration. So from here on out, you'll be able to not cringe at the fact that I have a knuckle duster in my main hand. Yeah, that was embarrassing, but you live and you learn, and you get loves, and well, I don't have to worry about diapers right now, thankfully. A lot of people in the guilds now, they're all, and people I talk to in game, they all have kids, or they just had kids, or their kids are grown up, and or somewhat grown up, I should say. And that's interesting. I can't really fathom myself finding the time. I don't know. It certainly is a facet of today's gaming community. Uh, I would probably have too much addiction to the game to actually dedicate any time to my children. So it's kind of good that I'm living the bachelor life right now. But well, I'm trying to get my corpse. I can't remember where it is. Tolls is still faithfully pulling the AC. We got his J boots earlier, so he's helping me out here. That's much appreciated. And I can't find my corpse, so I'm trying to do the old slash corpse thing, and it's too far away. You'll see here in a moment that my corpse is much more beautiful than before. I got a what is it? A robe of the living fungus. That's what it's called. And looking rather svelte, except for right now that I'm naked. But looks a lot better than the robe of down here, if I do say so myself. Nothing like looking like a kiwi for a while. Yeah, just not really good look. And as you see here, the fungi robe is it's much more nice toned green. It's a better fit, I think. And yep, got the right weapons configuration there. Got some shurikens or shurikens, how you pronounce them, and lots of bags. I just can't do the whole vow of poverty thing, even though I am broke. I should say that I have enough, but yeah, I've got a lot of weight reduction bags. Probably too much. It's not ideal. Gotta have your AC up. But yeah, now it's time to whack some AC down. Ancient Cyclops. It's strange. There's so many different, so much lingo in the game that you can have. You know, CC is camp check, and then CC is also crowd control, and it's just, I don't know, it's craziness. You got to be able to, know what it's referencing, know what it's in reference to. So yeah, we're gonna take him down in short order. The badness went away. all those floods of emotions quickly died down, and now they're replaced with exuberance and joy. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just take this guy down, and it should be pretty much a cinch. It's amazing what a well-placed sow and snare can do. They can just change your world entirely, and it certainly makes me wish that I maybe played a class that had those spells. A ranger or a druid certainly might have been a better choice for me starting out. But I'm here, and I'm going to stick it out to the end. Now, it should be noted that I did group with Tulsimer quite a bit with the AC. We actually did a lot of MQing. We sold it here and there. I may include some of the footage of that in kind of a montage of named mobs that went down. But yeah, it gets pretty boring. I gotta be entirely honest. One of the most boring camps ever. And we found ways to entertain ourselves, as you'll find out in the next episode. We also did slash random 100s to see who would get the higher and lower number, and we made little paltry bets with one platinum piece, and it got desperate for a while. It was we did go semi AFK there, off and on. That certainly is helpful, having more than one person with you when camping the AC, regardless if you're doing it for yourself or to MQ it, because you don't want anyone coming by and stealing your camp or attempting to kill steal, as we did incur that on more than one occasion. I won't name names, but it certainly got stupid. It got stupid, but I'm sure everyone's incurred that in Everquest. It's not exclusive. I'm not the only person. I'm not gonna sit here and put my woes up on a platter. I'm not gonna aggrandize my problems and dwarf other people's. It's a part of the game, but I think it makes it more interesting, and it certainly shows off people's behaviors. And there's probably gonna be a lot of that in the future, I'm sure. And well, I'm going to WC now to get the other piece, and just running by a couple characters, and one of them named Biggest Dickus. I don't understand what led that person to name their character that, especially them being a female, but whatever. Then the next piece to get for this quest is the Shadowed Rapier. Now this little bugger is actually kind of hard to get, especially if you're lower level, but really it's just the frequency of its drop, or its lack thereof. It is pretty rare. That said, sometimes I've done it and it's right there. One of the Shadowmen has it, and you just go and you kill it and you pick it up, and that's it. Other times it's just almost impossible. You go from camp to camp. There's a few camps nearby. There's one in the Clutos Forest and one in West Commons, as you can see here. This one's a little bit more reliable in my opinion, but I've just recently done the J Boots quest and found quite a few times a rapier in Nikluto. So I don't know, maybe it's just a fluke. But we're killing them nonetheless. We're laying them to waste, waylaying these these invisible bastards, and we're gonna kill them and loot them. They dropped pretty interesting things. So one of them's a clicky, one shot clicky. I can't remember what it's called. Oh god, what is it called? It's the same clicky as the shrunken goblin head earring that Grackness drops in Warslicks. I really don't remember the name of it though. Grim Aura, that's what it is. It's the Necromancer buff, and it just increases your attack by like 7 or 8 or something like that. Very small number, but you take what you can get. And then there's a couple other things that drop as well off these guys, but they're all no rent. So if you log off, that's it. That said, there's a really interesting way to amend this situation. You can just basically have someone kill you in a duel if you need to log off, and the rapier or whatever item you have that's no rent will stay on your corpse, and you just go and loot it and use it in your next session of playing. So, it's a little pro tip there that I picked up from other people, and well, we're going to use that here soon enough. You'll get to see some interesting moments there. I certainly was killed several times in duels. Actually, I had a really hard time selling my MQ, my J Boots MQ later on. Right now, this is just for my own needs, my own speed needs, need for speed, I guess. But later on, I went ahead and did it again, and had a really hard time selling it. Now they're selling like nobody's business, but there was a stretch there where it's like no one was buying, and it was kind of depressing. Kind of really depressing. I was not playing for a while. I was kind of sitting by my corpse waiting, and I was auctioning constantly and getting no action, just like in real life. So, but you know that keeps me from having kids, and I'm all about that because I have my priorities, and maybe they're selfish and maybe they're short-sighted, but I'm standing by them. Don't tell me about the joys of parenthood. I don't want to hear it. I want to hear about the joys of Everquest, and my character is my baby. And that sounded kind of weird. I don't know. It's strange. But I guess we live vicariously through our characters, and some people live vicariously through their children. So it's not entirely a stretch to make a connection there and try to draw a couple squiggly lines between the two. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and finish off this bad boy, this quest. And I just got to pick up the gold. Quite a bit of gold. And that's always, wonderful, especially as a monk. But I've got 2 people along for the ride to provide protection. Got an escort service, not that kind of escort service. Got to drop off my gold here and get it all situated. I'm not good with math, so yeah, I'm trying to figure the whole thing out. But it comes out in the end to 325 platinum, translated into gold. And I probably should have dropped off my remainder platinum, but well, hindsight's 2020. Really, I just want to get this done with and go find Hassan Booststrutter in Wrath Mountains. Now he does have a few placeholders. One of them is Brother Zephyl, who's for the monk quest, Robe of the Lost Circle. And yeah, if he's up, you're kind of screwed. So cross your fingers, hold onto your butts, and hope that you don't have to kill him or wait, because it's a long time. I don't know, 4 hours, 5 hours. I've heard all kinds of numbers. There are a couple other placeholders as well. There's a Drake, and I can't remember the name of the ranger, but there's a ranger that spawns there as well. He's not too hard. He can't blue to me, I believe, and we do kill him. But right now it's all about getting a port. This guy's going to port us again. And I don't think I paid him twice, because 90 platinum for one teleport is pretty good, but I think he still got some money in the end. And I may have to start a druid here one of these days, just for yucks, and maybe get some Canar nuts from Tuxeula Forest, forge some of those, and hand them around, like those peanuts they have on airplanes that are overly salty. Actually, I really don't like those. They got some kind of weird, sweet, salty, savory flavor, and it's just, I don't know, makes me thirsty. Maybe it's the idea. And then they all get everyone, drunk or beveraged out, and then they have to go run for the bathroom, and obviously there's only one. It's way too small. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't make a good porter in that regard. But yeah, we'll see. There's there's other classes I could try. But I always find it funny because I try to donate quite a bit when I get a port, especially if it's post haste. But there are always those dine and dash bastards, you know. I've heard some really funny stories where like the guy got like one or two ports consecutively to different areas that he needed to go, and then at the last one he just like darted off randomly, like, in one direction. The person was just standing there, but baffled, not sure what to make of the situation. But I guess it evens itself out. There are people that are very generous. I always like tipping with like something I've looted that I don't necessarily need, like a Shralock pack, or I don't know. It's kind of like tipping with a bottle of wine in real life. You feel very, I don't know, classy, or I don't know. It just makes you feel good about yourself. I don't know if that's exactly the best thing though. Giving to make yourself feel better, but it has fringe benefits, I suppose. Certainly, plenty of generous people on this server. I've incurred a lot of that very early on as well, with a lot of different characters that did not go well. I'll just say that. Some of these classes I'm just not good with, and Monk is probably one of them. But I'm learning. I definitely am learning. Other ones I just was like, okay, I quit. This is just not for me. Other people I can understand it, especially when they're my group. Hey, they're doing a good job. For myself, no, I'll pass. I'll definitely pass. And I just had some phlegm moment there. That was weird. Oh, God. It's like I'm foaming at the mouth or something. It's because I'm hungry, and I need to eat. That's why I've been talking about peanuts and canard nuts and all kinds of stuff. Now I'm foaming at the mouth and getting off topic. But, well, yeah, we're gonna kill some placeholders here. This guy's the ranger I was talking about. And he drops a piece for, I forget, is it True Shot Longbow quest, or is it Ranger Armor? I'm not too sure. Was it Ivy Etched as Ranger Armor? Yeah, that's what it is. Not the best armor, but it looks cool, and I don't really care about stats anyway. A lot of people get all min-maxer about that. It's mostly just about whether or not you're having fun, and that's what games are about. Can teach you things too, sort of, I guess. I don't know. They could teach you that you're hungry and not good at playing certain classes. And I think mostly it's a kind of a indicator of how you are with your own behaviors in life. I found myself like very tentative about my skills when I really shouldn't be. I've learned to pull for the most part, but sometimes I get kind of nervous, and it doesn't make too much sense, you know. People like feeling like things are going to go well, and I've had some really good tanks in the past, and whenever I've been grouped up with them, I have this kind of a sense of security. Now, however false it may be, it actually is there, and everyone else starts having fun and relaxing, and I think that kind of improves the whole group atmosphere, and then you don't really have any wipes. So, see, I'm trying to work on all that, but right now it's all about getting the items, so you can kind of be somewhat, efficient with your pulling, and like getting whacked around when you're trying to pull them up, and that's just so frustrating. But yeah, I got them, and probably should have just right-clicked it to kind of indicate that I got the turn in and I got the item. But well, I don't know. I'm very technical sometimes. I get lost in the moment and kind of get scatterbrained, as I have throughout this entire commentary. So I guess things haven't changed since this footage, which was oh god, this was around the New Year time, actually. I think it was like a day before New Year, so I got my J boots before 2012. Congrats to me. Thank you. Couldn't have done it without the help of these two guys, so thanks to them. And, well, until next time, keep those clickies on your person and right-click away.